tonight. We're glad you will join us for this matchup tonight against the Wellston Golden Rockets and the Portsmouth West Senators. Well, as you can see, Bub Norris is not with us tonight, the Norris family. We're praying for his mother who has some difficulties physically. And so we just want to give a shout out to Bub and the family tonight to let you know we're praying for your mom. And we just know the Lord's with you. And so tonight, as you enjoy the game, hopefully you're there watching with us, we send all of our best wishes and prayers and thoughts to you. So tonight we're excited for everybody joining us, and we hope that tonight as we look at this matchup that we see a Wellston Rocket team that's ready to play and build some momentum from some of the things we saw in the first half last week. Now, as we look at the overall year for the Rockets this year, we see that it's been already an up and down year, but we do see a team that I would say is much improved. They're playing hard, and we've already seen a big win this year, and hopefully we'll see some more. Now, I'm joined tonight. My name is Rob Irvin, by the way, and this is Brad Sevey with me, and Brad's going to be joining me tonight. Brad, we welcome you to the BMG family. I think your first broadcast ever. If you tuned in before, you'll see me at basketball. I've been a basketball coach for 20 years here at Wellston. This will be my first year not coaching, but I've also done some BMG calls for the basketball team as well. But I'm jumping into football tonight, and I'm bringing a friend along with me. This guy knows a little bit about football, and I'm going to call him this a couple times. He may not like this all night, so I won't do it all night. But I'll call him Dr. Brad Sevey because he's a doctor. He's my doctor and our family doctor. We appreciate him so much and good friends, but he is also a knowledgeable football guy. So, Brad, we're glad to have you here tonight.
Happy to be here. This is my first game of the year, so I'm glad to be here and get to see this team come out and play a really tough team tonight.
Well, I want to just say this. Brad, really, he comes to us with some great credentials in football. And as we look at, he started at Midland Trail High School in West Virginia. And, Brad went on to play college football, but he was recruited to play for Stanford and Notre Dame and also Columbia. Now, that's some high-level football and some high-level academics. So this guy knows a little bit about football, and he's played some great football. And I think, didn't you say you were also recruited to run or play track and field in some of the events?
Mostly field. Definitely not much of a runner.
All right. We would work out well there because I'll take the running. You do the field part. But Brad, quite an athlete and quite a repertoire when it comes to football. And as I said, played football for West Virginia Tech. So he's going to bring his football knowledge to the game tonight. Now, let's jump in and talk about this game and this matchup. We're really excited for the Rockets and for the way that the season is shaping up. And I see a lot of great things coming from the Rockets this year. And Coach Chris Graham has done a great job having these guys ready to play every week. Now, we have the one win against Oak Hill. That was a pretty evenly matched two teams. And Oak Hill came in here, and we got the big win. I mean, it was an exciting night. The victory bell rung, and it was awesome to see the Rockets walk away with that win. Since then, we've had a couple losses. But we knew when we looked at the schedule, we saw Oak Hill on there, and then we saw these three games. And these three games were three of the top teams in our district in football. And so we had Fairland, then followed up by Minford, and then tonight, Portsmouth West. So, Brad, what do you see when you see a football team, or maybe when you played football, and you know that you have got a schedule coming up where you're going to run the gauntlet? How do you mentally get ready for that? What do the coaches do as well?
really it's all about staying focused, and you have to take it one game at a time. And we really would just key on whatever the strengths were of the other team, whether they be a run-heavy team or a pass-heavy team, and then really try to tailor our lineup to that game as well.
So and a good game plan. I can say this from just a coaching standpoint, from coaching basketball for 20 years, that I know that when we're facing a far superior opponent, whether physically or just by experience or just on paper, they're just way far ahead, that I think it's mentally good to prepare the athletes that they just hang with that team. We're not going out there trying to win by 20, 30 points.
Yeah.
We're not expecting that to happen at all. But what our goal is when we're facing a far superior opponent is to go out and to stay with that team, to compete, and then keep it close, and then maybe at the end, maybe come through and see if we can pull off a victory. But you just want to compete. And I think I'd like to see that from the Rockets tonight. Now, we've talked about the Rockets. They are now 1-2. Last week against Minford, against a great Minford team, we played a great first quarter. Felt like that the Rockets had a lot of momentum. Then some penalties, some things happened, especially the penalties that set us back. Felt like we never really recovered from that. So, however, they kept playing and did some. We saw some great things, some positive things in that game. And so we've talked about the Rockets. Let's talk a little bit about Portsmouth West. So as we know that they are 2-1. We know that Wellston has an uphill climb, and so Portsmouth West has some impact players. Looks like they have a strong running game. What would you say about that?
Yes, absolutely. So their rush yards for the season so far, 992 rush yards so far. And a little light on the passing game at 212 total passing yards. So definitely need to be ready for a physical game tonight, it sounds like. And the defense also looks very good. Statistically, they had a lot of tackles for loss this season, so really going to have to be physical tonight.
Yeah, I would say that just from looking at and watching a little bit of film today on this Portsmouth West team, they have some size, some physicality, and they're going to try probably up front on the line. They're probably going to try to have their way with our line and just establish really, just from what I've seen. They played, I watched a little bit of film against them playing against Portsmouth, the Portsmouth Trojans. They played a really tough game against them. Their defense was stifling at times. Then they played Fairland, who Wellston also faced, so that's kind of a way you can look and compare the two teams. Fairland really had their way with Wellston in the first half, and we just never recovered in that game from a great Fairland team. However, when you look at the matchup between Portsmouth West and Fairland, ended up being a 3-point game between those two. So the Senators really played a good game against the Dragons. They did come out with a 3-point loss, yet you can tell just from the score that was a pretty evenly matched game. So Portsmouth West, Wellston has their work cut out for them tonight in this matchup. However, we see them with a lot of momentum every single week, getting better. And I think if they can just compete in this game, hopefully we can stay in it. Then down the stretch, you never know. We might be able to steal one away tonight. That would be an amazing thing to be 2-2 in this time of the season. Now you hate to look away from any game, but league play is coming up and conference play is coming up after this week, so I think Wellston can pick up some wins there as well. But tonight we have to get through this game. We have to compete against this tough Portsmouth West team. And I think from the energy I see on the Rockets side, I think they're going to give their best shot. I think they're up for it. Here comes the kickoff. Portsmouth West kicks it off. It looks like Kel Fott will receive that kick. Kel starts up the field, tries to find a hole, and he is stopped there about the 24-yard line. Kelfott has been a huge impact player for the Rockets every single game. And I can say that just about every time he touches the ball, it seems like there's a little bit of excitement. So that was probably one of his shortest returns so far this year, although a couple got called back last week because of holding penalties.
In the film that I watched, he was definitely the go-to guy in critical situations. So I'm anxious to see how this plays out tonight.
Well, here we have Johnny Scott, quarterback for the Rockets, takes the snap. Going back to pass, the first play, and it goes to Fott. Cal Fott spins around there, and he is met by several Senators. So a little surprising to see the Rockets come out throwing the ball, but I think we have the ability to do that. We definitely have the receiver to do that, and I think if we see Johnny Scott get in a rhythm early like that, that may be something that opens up for the Rockets.
2nd and 9.5 from about the 25.
Scott back again. He throws the ball again.
Oh.
It's dropped by Evan Canner.
Good defense there.
It was good coverage, and looked like a pretty decent pass to me.
Yeah.
Looked like it was a catchable ball, but you will have that in games, and not everything goes your way. You just got to bounce back. So out 2 plays and 2 passes. Looks like Johnny Scott is back in the shotgun here again. You've got Seth Lambert goes into motion, and it's a handoff. That's to Kel Fott. He tries to get around the end. You got a nice tackle there by number 26, Jacob Tipton, for the Senators.
Tackle for a loss there, just about 4 yards.
That'll bring up 4th down, and looks like the Rockets will be punting here. Got back for Portsmouth West, we have number 18, that's Jeffrey Bishop. And I saw his name on the impact list for the Senators before the game started. So he has a short field here to return this ball. So we'll see if Evan Canner here can get off a good punt, drive him back. Okay, someone got pulled off the field, the long snapper. I didn't see the number who is the long snapper. Okay, that was Levi Bellard, number 18 was pulled. So we have a new long snapper in the game. That was Bennett Yardnachek, and Evan Canner punts the ball. And it'll come to a stop there about the 47-yard line.
Yeah.
And so Portsmouth West will take over on the 47-yard line. Portsmouth West is 2-1, and they have faced some pretty fierce competition. That one loss that they have against Fairland, we saw Fairland a couple weeks ago against the Rockets, and it was just not a contest. I think the Rockets could have played better than that. I think we had a bad night. However, taking nothing away from Fairland, what a team that is, and the Senators played right with them. Now we have a pass play right off.
Flag on the play.
And there's a flag. It was number 13, Cole Tipton. The intended receiver was number 1, Trevor Fike. It was incomplete, but legal man downfield.
Going to replay first down here after the penalty, I believe.
That'll move them back 5 yards, and they will replay first down. So here for the Senators, we have Cole Tipton, quarterback under center, takes the snap. He hands it off to number 2, Mason Parker, breaks some tackles. He is going all the way to the house. A touchdown, Portsmouth West. Number 2, Mason Parker. He's a junior, and he did not have any trouble getting to the house right there.
No.
And I think that just emphasizes what we were talking about before the game, some things that you pointed out, Brad, that this is a run-heavy team, and their line is going to be a challenge for the Rockets tonight.
Yes, indeed. Mason Parker accounts for over half of their rush yards for the season.
And it
looks like Parker
blocked attempt. The attempt by number 17, Jack Holbrook, was blocked by one of the Rockets. So good, and that's good for the Rockets that they, and I think it's important to keep playing through every play, the extra plays, and sometimes it's easy to get deflated quick and just kind of give up, but good to see the Rockets going out there. Hey, let's get a block, let's get something positive going. Now let's get the ball back and see if we can make something happen.
And it helps when you're going up against a tough opponent. It helps to have that momentum, even though it just takes a little spark to get some liveliness in the team and get folks excited again.
Absolutely. I will say this, it is a beautiful night for football, and not sure exactly what the temperature is, but wow, it feels really cool. It feels nice. The sun's going down. It is the Hilco days here in Wellston, so I'm sure the festivities up there are going well, but everyone here at C.H. Jones Field enjoying some good weather tonight. Now we'll see the kickoff by Jack Holbrook. Portsmouth West, Jack Holbrook kicks off, and Yardenacek, Bennett Yardenacek takes that, and he breaks through the line and runs hard and gets up just past the 40-yard line. Good return there by Bennett Yardenacek.
Good awareness. And it's always important to keep your head on a swivel, even on special teams like that. You never know when the ball's coming your way.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you, Bennett Yardenacek is such a good athlete with such potential. He has improved so much over the last couple of years. We just saw such spark in him last year, and good to see him out there and making an impact this year for the Rockets. Now Rockets starting over here again. First down from the 40-yard line, and it's Johnny Scott again. Takes the snap, and he hands off to Lambert. And Seth Lambert gets a few yards, so looks like about 5 yards. Nice pickup for the Rockets there. And they're hurrying up. They're right back up to the line. Center ready to snap the ball to Johnny Scott. Takes the snap, hands it off again to Lambert. Lambert hits the line, and he gets a first down.
Great effort.
Great effort, and good job by the Rockets line, that left
Absolutely.
side. Once again, they're going up against a very physical, very strong Portsmouth West team, and they did a good job opening that hole up.
I look for them to continue this running game with a three-man front on the defense.
Johnny Scott, pass intended for Bennett Yardenacek, just over his head a little. Good to see, once again, on cue, Bennett Yardenacek getting involved. And I think the Rockets, I think if they can get Scott in that rhythm, I like that. Come out, short passes, get him in a rhythm. Let's see if we can eventually break something deep, make a big play here tonight. Here we are on second down and 10 to go. Scott hands it off to Seth Lambert, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Is that? Yes, that was 33. Lambert. Who made the stop?
33.
Number 33, that would be Cole Windsor, a senior. He was right there, and nice tackle by that senior Windsor. I look around the Portsmouth West side, and they have some big guys, but they also have a lot of height.
Yeah.
And all across that front line, that could make it tough, couldn't it, for the passes?
Yeah.
Especially
it takes
across
away
the middle
a lot of
but
passing
we're passing
windows.
again, and it's a completed from
Nice
Scott,
catch.
and that's to Evan Kenner. Nice catch, nice pass. There again, I think we're seeing the potential of a Rockets pass game.
Got a flag on the play here.
See what this flag is for. Against the Rockets. That's going to move them back. I did not see the call, where the flag was. A lot of times that's a holding call, but I have to admit I didn't see the referee's call there. However, Rockets are moved back. It's going to be 3rd and 22. After what was a very nice pass play, something that the Rockets needed to give them some momentum. They're challenged on this 3rd down. Scott, he rolls out to his left. He throws the pass to Kel Fott. Completed. He breaks the tackle.
Another flag down.
And
looks like maybe another hold. Can't have these mental mistakes here.
We'll find out what this flag's for. Yeah. Another hold. And it's going to move the Rockets back even further. What a shame. And 2 plays right there where we show our ability to pass and the receivers. We have some great athletes on this Rocket team.
Yeah.
And
I think it all boils down to the trenches there. You know, the Rockets are having some trouble with the line, controlling the defensive line penetration there.
Absolutely. And you have Cade Woods there, 65. You have number 52 on that line, Logan Hurst, a couple of the defensive linemen. Number 33, Cole Windsor. This handoff goes left side to Collins.
Just trying to
Mason Collins.
Trying to get some breathing room here for the punt, I believe.
Yes. Picked up some positive yards. And it brings up 4th down. However, it's 4th and about 25 yards, so Rockets will be punting. It'll be Evan Canner punting again. He's punting away to number 18, Jeffrey Bishop, for the Senators. Just a shame on that drive. Some great positive plays, and once again hurt by penalties. This punt takes a Rocket bounce for a few yards. And it's touched by Rocket number 18, Levi Bellard, and it'll be the Senators' ball. 1st and 10. Senators up 6-0. Tonight, we would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors. BMG Media would like to thank our sponsor tonight of the game, which will be World Outreach Ministries. And I happen to be the pastor of that church, but we want to mention the church and thank all the good people from that church. We have Lockhart Insurance, Buckeye Construction and Restoration, SF Restoration, Steel Lyle Construction, Strickland Sales, McWilliams Funeral Home, the Patio Grubs and Subs, Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce, DDF Seamless Gutters, Precision One Masonry, Spring Street Sports, Corinne Smith Photography. So some great sponsors. We'll be mentioning them more later. We want to say a great big thank you to the sponsors. Quite a pickup there on that play again for the Senators, as they are just showing that they're going to be the team that hands the ball off and they're just going to march down the field and just dare the Rockets to stop them. The Rockets defense is going to have to step up. We'll see what. Well, and they're going to pass to number 13. Cole Tipton, he passes to Solomon Norman. But there's a flag down. And we have a holding. Have a hold on the Senators. So it appears as if the referees tonight are going to be watching for that on both sides of the backfield. So has plagued already both teams on positive yardage plays. So looks like the Senators may pass the ball some as well tonight. I'm sure that pass is going to be set up by that run game. And here we have a little screen pass to number 18, And that was Jeffrey Bishop, another impact play for the Senators. We've called his name a few times already tonight. But a nice tackle by the Rockets, and going to be second down with about 19, 20 yards to go. So here we go on second down. And Tipton will take the snap. And it's fumbled. Intended jet sweep there to number 18, Jeffrey Bishop, but it was dropped. They recovered the ball. The Senators recovered the ball. That'll set them back quite a ways. They're looking at a third down now and over 20 yards. That could be a break for the Rockets here. And when you're playing a really good team like the Senators, you just can't have the mistakes. And we have another flag on the field. And that is a warning to the sideline. And we are assuming maybe in the coaches, maybe out on the field, the referee scooting them back a little bit. So we'll get resume play. Just a warning. Tipton takes that snap, and he's looking.
Another hold.
He scrambles
call,
left. And he is tackled by number 55. That's Isaac McWilliams, but there's a flag on the field.
Yeah, it looks like another hold there.
And a hold. And Brad, once again, as we've seen both sides of the field tonight, the refs certainly are looking for that hold in the backfield.
So
we're going to bring up a fourth down for the Senators, and looks like 4th and 23. So they're going to punt away to the Rockets. For the Rockets, we have number 15, Kel Fott. Kel has just been electric on punt returns, kickoff returns this year. That's number 2, Mason Parker punts. And Kel Fott catches off at a bounce. He cuts to the sideline.
Nice effort.
He breaks a couple tackles. Gets to the sideline. On the tackle, we have a flag.
Maybe I'm not sure what the call is going to be there.
Once again, a nice return there by Kel Fott.
Oh, they're going to call face mask on him, it looks like.
As we wait to see what the actual call is. The refs will converge there on the field and discuss either what the call is or what the penalty might be. Yes, and it is, you're right, Brad, it's a face mask against Portsmouth West. There'll be 5 yards added to the end of the run. So another break for the Rockets here.
Yeah, blindside
and a blindside block.
Against Wellston.
Against Wellston, so.
Looks like they called incidental face mask, which is only a 5-yard penalty, and then called a blindside block. So the net effect is Wellston's going to lose some yardage here.
So, once again, like we saw last week, penalties hurt the Rockets. Now, whenever you're playing a superiorly experienced and physical team, I would think that if you're evenly matched or you're the superior team physically, that you can overcome penalties a lot easier. Right. However, when you're already physically challenged in the game, and at least on paper, it looks like you're playing a far superior team, and we know the Senators are a great team, then it's really hard to recover from those penalties.
Yeah, that's what we always tried to focus on, was keeping our head in the game. Really, you can't make the mental mistakes against a good team. You know, if you do your fundamentals right and then don't make mental mistakes and get a lot of penalties and play all three phases of the game, make sure that you're not taking special teams plays off, that can keep you in the game and certainly win some games. We won a few games just with special teams, decent defense, and good fundamentals. Absolutely,
and I think that goes across the board for just about any sport. So we'll resume play here with the Rockets. Snap to Johnny Scott. And Seth Lambert bounces off.
Very good effort.
And then he carries about 3 Senators with him up to around the 34, 33, 34-yard line. Nice pickup, about a 9-yard pickup, and that was all effort.
Cole Tipton, Solomon Norman, I believe, in on that tackle. Wasn't sure who the third was.
So we got another handoff. It looks like it's Collins carried the ball, Mason Collins, and he
first down
picks up the first down.
Excellent.
Absolutely. I think that's the important thing, to just keep moving forward. And I think that we haven't seen the Rockets, even in their pass plays, we haven't seen any throws downfield. Everything has been conservative, but if we just keep moving forward. So Scott here will take snap out of the shotgun. We have Seth Lambert in the backfield with him. And Lambert gets the handoff, and he'll fall forward for about a yard. Again, that Senator line is right there to stifle things. As soon as the runner comes through, the Senators are right there in every hole. We'll see if the Rockets can get a positive yardage here on 2nd and 9. Nope, it's Johnny Scott who keeps the ball. And he's tackled what looks like to be a loss. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like number 77, Landon Hypes for Wellston there was the pulling lineman. Tried to get around there in time, but Portsmouth West just had some extra speed to get there before he could.
We have 3rd and 10 here, minute left to play in this first quarter. Rockets with the ball, 36-yard line. Johnny Scott, shotgun, he's looking to pass, and he throws the ball downfield. It's tipped off the hands of Mason Collins, and it almost appeared as if the Senators' number 13, Cole Tipton, would intercept it, but it did hit the ground. So that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass, which will bring up 4th and 10 for the Rockets. Once again, we have Evan Cantor on the field to punt the ball away, and we have Jeffrey Bishop. Jeffrey Bishop is going to receive that punt, return that punt. Kick is off, but it's short.
Almost had it blocked.
And it bounces. It takes a Senator bounce. And the Rockets' number 56, Connor McWilliams, falls on that. Down around the 40-yard line. Senators will take over. 1st and 10 for them.
It looks like that punt only netted about 5 yards there. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looked like the punt come off of his foot wrong, and just nothing went right there for him on that one. And Evan Cantor has been a great punter for us this year. Been very consistent. Sure, he'd like to have that one back, and he'll get, hopefully, if he has to punt again. Hopefully, we don't have to punt again.
Right.
But if he does get the chance, I'm sure he'll redeem himself there.
That's definitely an overlooked position sometimes.
Oh, and Tipton
nice penetration.
Hands off, and he is hit in the backfield. That is number 12, Bennett Yardnicek, tackles Mason Parker.
Number 78 was in there, too.
Number 78 for the Rockets was Gage Goheen. Gage Goheen, physical Rocket player, and I think he's made some good plays for the Rockets this year on the defense, and proves once again that he's physical and can mix it up with that with that big line. And I'll tell you, he's lined up against number 51, Tyler Thompson, and Gage Gogging had his work cut out for him. So that brings an end to the first quarter. And we are going to go to a commercial break, and we will see you in just a moment here at C.H. Jones Field. All right, welcome back as the Senators take the snap and right away hand it off to number 2. And he breaks tackles and he's down the field. Mason Parker, that is, for the Senators for a big pickup for Portsmouth West. There we see once again just that pounding running game from Portsmouth West and Mason Parker. And that'll put the Senators almost in the red zone there, but the 25-yard line as number 18 takes
cut it back here.
The handoff, and he cuts back to the right side, and number
speed.
18 for West, Jeffrey Bishop, scores the touchdown. Jeffrey Bishop. Bishop has been an impact player in the past, this year for their previous games for the Senators, and once again tonight is an impact player for them as he runs that ball in for the touchdown. That was quite a cut back to the other side.
He's their second leading rusher, 181 yards prior to this game. So
I remember as a player, as Portsmouth West goes for 2, and they are in. That was Mason Parker in for the 2-point conversion for the Senators. I remember as a player when I played when I was younger, had a coach whose name was Chalk Norris, the brother of Bub Norris, and Chalk just preached it week in and week out. I was a defensive end, always stay at home. Nothing gets outside you, and I remember that to this day. Him preaching that over and over and over. That's a defensive end's job. And man, it's so tough when that runner is down inside and looks like he's going to hit that middle, and then it's all of a sudden he bounces back out, and you think the play to the outside's over, and that's exactly what happened there to the Rockets.
Yeah, they have been running some counter plays and really caught the Rockets overplaying that, and they over pursued. He cut it back and was able to use his speed to get into the end zone there.
So not only some size on the Portsmouth West team, some athleticism as well as they've shown even in that play there. So it will be the Rockets receiving another kickoff here. We have Kel Fott all the way back. So we have Mason Collins back there and Seth Lambert, Bennett Yardnachek, and then also number 56, Connor McWilliams. It'll be for the Senators, number 17, Jack Holbrook, kicking off. Holbrook kicks. Decent kick, takes a bounce about the 5-yard line. Fott takes it, and he cuts to the right side. He sees an opening. He gets to the outside, he tries to break another tackle, and eventually he's brought down at the 40-yard line. So right there we see, once again, the type of plays that Kel Fott brings to a game. And I've said anytime that you can get the ball into the hands of a player like that, it's going to be positive things for your team. I think Kelfott's that type of player for the Rockets.
Absolutely. Every team has those that one or those couple or three playmakers, and he's definitely in that role.
So Rockets take over, 1st and 10. Ball on the 39. Johnny Scott looks to the sideline for some instruction now. Out of the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes a handoff, and passes to the middle to Kelfott. Fott is brought down after a nice pickup, brought down by number 21, Solomon Norman.
Some good effort there, some yards after the catch.
A great play as the Rockets continue to demonstrate the pass more tonight than they have in the past. And effectively. Now we have a handoff to Seth Lambert for another nice pickup. It's amazing how that you can pass the ball a time or two and then have success with the run, and then you can run the ball and have some success with the pass.
And that's really where the art of play calling comes in. You know, this is a good mix of plays here, so hopefully we just continue the trend.
And now Scott hands it off to number 8. That's Seth Lambert again. And he has another short pickup with some positive yards for the Rockets. That will bring up a 3rd down and a manageable 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, 2 yards.
And Rockets are with a little more speed tonight running their offense, looks like to me, as Scott passes the ball again. Nice pass out to Bennett Yardnachek. He breaks the tackle. He gets all the way down.
Nice
inside the 5-yard line. And his tackle looks like it's going to be 1st and goal for the Rockets at about the 4-yard line. Great pass. Great run by Bennett Yardachek. Great pass by Johnny Scott. And good protection by the line tonight, too.
Yeah.
Scott will take the snap. He's going to hand off to Collins, who run over the left side. We do
have
some flags on the play. As Collins has stood up, there will be some flags on the play. And there will be a hold. Be a hold against the Rockets. There has been a lot of holding calls tonight. I don't have the exact count, but a few more on the Rockets, but also on the Senators as well. And that was the call that plagued the Rockets last week. And it was 4 or 5 straight holding calls last week that really stifled the Rockets around the 2nd quarter of that game and really changed the momentum for them.
It's a momentum killer for sure.
So hopefully they can break that off of them. And here we go as Scott takes the snap and runs the ball to the right side for no pickup. Possibly even a little loss there as Scott is tackled on the keeper.
Lost about 1.5 yards.
That's going to bring up a 2nd down and about 14 to the goal line.
Scott
tries to pass. He scrambles to the left, goes to the right. Now he is tackled at the sideline. He's taken down, looks like, by number 26 there, Jacob Tipton. And also number 18, Jeffrey Bishop, in on that tackle as well.
The line did a good job there. Sometimes on those broken plays like that, when they get drawn out, that's when the holding calls usually come in, but they did a great job of not committing any fouls there.
I'd say, just to commend the line as a whole tonight, just to commend all the line, what they're doing, and they're giving Johnny Scott time to pass, and he's stepping back looking for his receivers on their route, hitting them. I like what I see from the Rockets tonight, mixing the plays up. I think we're seeing a lot of good things out of the Rockets tonight, and certainly can be appreciated. Now, a timeout. We'll see after this timeout what the Rockets do to try to punch the ball in. Tonight, we'd like to thank again some of our sponsors. A big thank you to Corinne Smith Photography for allowing us to use her photos for our player of the game. Please mention seeing her ad, and she will include a complimentary 8x10 photo of if you book with her. And just contact Corinne today at 740-688-9928 to schedule a session. And true fans know that success in football is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. Those same qualities are important to the Lockard Insurance Agency. We care about what's important to you, and that's why we believe in helping you select the right insurance for your needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm insurance business, you want Mutual on your team. So please call Lockard Insurance 384-2020. Having said that, we're back to action. Johnny Scott's pass. Over the head, down there in the corner to number 15, Kel Fott.
Pretty physical down there.
Absolutely. And so once again, a big thank you to Corinne Smith Photography and Lockard Insurance. And once again, that's 384-2020 to Lockard Insurance. They would love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage for the best companies like Ohio Mutual. Now the Rockets on 4th down will kick a field goal. And this young man, this is Michael Weber. He kicked last week a beautiful field goal. It's up tonight. And he splits the uprights. Another nice kick from Michael Weber tonight. A beautiful kick. Very similar to that last kick we saw against the Memphis Falcons last week on the road. And I'm not sure exactly how long of a kick that would have been classified. I would guess somewhere close to a 30-yard field goal. And a fantastic job there by Michael Weber. I have to say, the Rockets, for quite a few years, have been looking for a kicker. And that's been one area that Wellston has certainly cashed in on with Michael Weber, as he has worked the last couple of years on this skill. And as a senior, comes in here and absolutely can boot the ball, and accurately. So that'll make the score 14-3 here in the second quarter with 8 minutes to play. And we certainly, once again, are glad to have you along. This is Rob Irvin and Brad Sevy. And appreciate Brad being here tonight. We are here for Bub Norris and Jared Norris, who would normally be here with you. However, we're praying for Bub's mom tonight. Some health issues. We have, looks like an attempt at an onside kick almost by the Rockets. It's recovered by 21, Solomon Norman. And
good strategy.
I think that was an excellent strategy.
Trying to keep the ball out of Portsmouth, West Portsmouth playmakers there.
Absolutely, and possibly, who knows, maybe catch them by surprise. And just the right bounce, we may be able to pick that up and recover that onside kick. Michael Weber there with another one of his kicking skills that he is perfecting. You never know in a season when you might need that, especially when you get down into conference play. And Michael Weber there showing he has the ability to possibly get us an onside kick. So the Senators will take over. The snap here.
Pass play.
Tipton rolls out to his left, and he finds number 49. That is Reese Coleman for a pickup. And I believe that was Isaac McWilliams, number 55, in on that tackle for the Rockets.
Some Rockets were in pursuit and just couldn't get there. So,
yeah, trying to track him down. The quarterback for the Senators, that's Cole Tipton, definitely has some speed, as he's shown a couple times tonight, able to get out of trouble here and there. As has Johnny Scott for the Rockets. So once again, Tipton will roll out, this time to the right, and he throws downfield, and it gets through to number 18 again.
He's going to get run down.
And he is going to make it all the way, almost run down by Kel Fott, but he does make it into the end zone. That's once again Jeffrey Bishop for Portsmouth West. And plays like that, just a real, once you get some momentum, or kind of can be a momentum breaker, can kind of be a heartbreaker sometimes. However, here we are, 20-3. Rockets have plenty of time. Hopefully, before the end of this quarter, going into halftime, be nice to see them to put a score, punch it into the end zone, get something positive going before they go in for the halftime. But definitely challenged with a physical and a athletic team tonight. Bishop has shown to be a versatile player. Last possession, rushing touchdown. This time, a reception for a touchdown. As the extra point is kicked in, the point after by Jack Holbrook. And that will make it 21-3. Senators in the lead.
Cole Tipton, he's the third leading rusher for West Portsmouth, so no surprise.
And, yeah, that's their quarterback. So,
yeah.
Once again, both teams, I feel like Johnny Scott has also shown his ability to scramble and run a little bit tonight, as well as the Senators quarterback, Tipton, has not had very many plays designed for him to run, but yet has shown his ability to move not just north and south, but a lot east and west to make some things happen for the Senators. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, World Outreach Ministries, Lockard Insurance, Buckeye Construction and Restoration, SF Restoration, Steel Lyle Construction, Strickland Sales, McWilliams Funeral Home, The Patio Grubs and Suds, Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce, DDF Seamless Gutters, Precision One Masonry, Spring Street Sports, and Corinne Smith Photography. Thank you. BMG Media thanks all of our sponsors tonight for your support of high school athletics.
Bobbles the kick there.
Kel Falk gets the kick, and he uses his speed to get around a couple Senators, try to break it inside. Eventually, he's brought down there after another nice pickup. Fott has been so electric these first three games for the Rockets previous to tonight on these kickoffs that we look at him and we say, wow, he only picked up 20 or 25. We're just so used to seeing him pick up 30, 40, and even sometimes close to 50 yards on these kickoff returns.
And West Portsmouth has kind of used a strategy by kicking from the hash mark, trying to pin him to one sideline, and he's still running to the wide side. So,
yep, playing a little chess. Scott looks like a designed run play for him as he gets to the outside, picks up maybe a couple yards for the Rockets. They'll bring up second down, about 5 or 6 for Wellston, and be on about the 25-yard line or so. Excuse me, about the 30-yard line. And that is where Scott will take this snap from, out of the shotgun. Seth Lambert steps up. Lambert blocks, but attempt at a block. But that was, I believe, number 2. Ended up getting around there at the last second and sacks Johnny Scott in the backfield. Saw that number 2 there coming off the corner. That was Mason Parker right at Seth Lambert. Thought he was going to pick up that block. Attempted the block, but he used his speed, got around him, and got to the quarterback there. So 3rd down and 10. Scott takes the snap, hands off to Lambert. Lambert gets up again as he turns up around that corner, and a nice pickup.
Short about a yard.
And decision time for the Rockets, being down 21-3. Looks like they're going to go for it here.
Yeah, no hesitation there, going for it.
They'll wait for a play call from Coach Chris Graham. sideline. And offensive coordinator, Coach Joe Briggs, experienced coaching crew for the Rockets as they decide what to do, and there will be a timeout here. During this timeout, once again, big thank you to Corinne Smith Photography for allowing us to use her photos for our player of the game. Mention seeing this ad to her, and she will include a complimentary 8x10 photo if you book with her. Contact Corinne today at 740-688-9928 to schedule a session. And true fans know that success in football is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. Those same qualities are important to the Lockard Insurance Agency. We care about what's important to you. That's why we believe in helping you select the right insurance for your needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm, or business, you want Mutual on your team. Ohio Mutual. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual. Thank you, Lockard Insurance and Corinne Smith Photography. Now we are back. After that timeout, the coaches have talked there. And we will see on this 4th down and 1 that it's a quarterback sneak.
Yeah.
And Scott tries to get up the middle.
Looks like he got stood
and he is
up.
pushing. The Rockets try to push that pack with number 78 back there, Gage Goheen, pushing on the back of the quarterback, trying to get that first down.
That's pretty close.
And forward progress
They're giving it to
gives
him.
Rockets the first down.
Yeah.
Great second effort there by Johnny Scott and that line. Once again, Gage Goheen, number 78, with a push there that helped secure that first down for the Rockets. And now we're 1st and 10 on the 36.
That's a testament to Wellston's ability to actually move them off the ball. You know, I think we may have underestimated their ability there in the trenches.
Absolutely. Scott once again on a designed run play for the quarterback. Cuts it out to the right side, short side of the field, and picks up a couple yards. Clock is running, about little over 4:30 left in the half. Johnny Scott looks to pass a quick pass play there to maybe Mason Collins, it looked like was intended, but number 26 for the Senators, Jacob Tipton, stepped in and just about intercepted that.
Yeah, I think Scott just didn't see him sitting back in the zone there, and he was able to sneak up on it and get in the passing lane last second.
All right, and so once again, we have a 3rd down and long for the Rockets. As Scott takes the snap and scrambles again, no one open, and he will just pick up a yard or so as he's brought down once again by number 26, Tipton, Jacob Tipton.
4th down and about
Parker,
4.
Mason Parker. And another 4th down and
4th and 3.
3 for the Rockets, I guess it is, with 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left in the half. As the Rockets will huddle up, and looks like they're going to go for it again. Possibly. And there's a snap.
We're going to get a...
Not sure if there was a miscommunication there, or we got a timeout. Have a timeout by the Rockets. So with 3:41 left in the half. Senators 21, Rockets 3. 4th down and 3 to go. Brad, what do you think the Rockets maybe will do or maybe should do in this situation?
Well, I think they're counting on their defense. If they fail to convert on this, they're counting on the defense to hold them out the last few minutes here. But, I think it shows that they're not afraid to – they have confidence in their team. So they're going to try to push through and get this 3 yards and try to get a score in.
That's a good point. So, there would be a lot of confidence in your offense to go for it on 4th and 3. But it would also be, like as you're saying, confidence in your defense, because if you don't make it, then Rockets are going to have to hold them from that 43-yard line or wherever this play ends at. So here we have the Rockets going for it again on this 4th down. 4th down and 3, and we will resume play here with 3:41 left in the second quarter. Johnny Scott will take the snap in the backfield. He throws the ball. It's going to be a passing play. That's been a yard and a check. And then he picks up the first down.
Good play call.
Great play call. Gutsy play call, but a great play call. Yet again, you're in this situation at home against a very good team. And why not take that chance?
Yeah, I mean, they really caught them off guard with not many teams have the confidence to go for it on 4th and 3 in their own territory, much less throw
the Rockets here keep the ball on the ground with Mason Collins picking up a couple yards. And the clock still runs. 2:55 left in the second quarter, 2:55. And ball there on the 50-yard line, right at the 50-yard line. On this 2nd and 7, the Rockets looking to the sideline for the call here. We have Evan Canner out here wide to the right. And it's going to be a pass in the slot to Kel Fott, who tries to break a tackle, but he's immediately brought down by number 7, Hayden Lohr. Hayden Lohr is a good tackle by Lohr there on a very good Wellston player.
West Portsmouth taking a timeout here, try to hold the clock at 2:21 left.
So during this timeout, let me once again say thank you to Corinne Smith Photography for allowing us to use her photos for Player of the Game. Mention seeing this ad to her, and you or she will include for you a complimentary 8x10 photo if you book with her. Contact Corinne today at 740-688-9928 to schedule a session. True fans know that success in football is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. Those same qualities are important to the Lockard Insurance Agency. We care about what's important to you, and that's why we believe in helping you select the right insurance for your needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. And if you want to protect your auto, home, farm, or business, you want Ohio Mutual on your team. Give us a call at 740-384-2020. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual. That's the Lockard Insurance Agency. Here we go on 3rd and 9 with 2:21 left in this second quarter. Rockets ball. 48-yard line as Johnny Scott takes a snap, rolls to the right, and he throws a pass, and it's caught close to the sideline by Evan Canner, and it is complete.
Great
now we have a
awareness
flag.
there.
After the play, we have a flag. We'll see what this flag is as Evan Canner makes a nice play. I'll say I watched his feet as he caught that, and he did his best to keep those toes in bounds.
Yeah, great awareness.
And we see that a lot out of the players they've watched these NFL players. And that is against the Portsmouth West Senators. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And that's a 15-yard pickup. That is a big for the Rockets. Yep. But once again, Evan Canner seeing those high-level players, college and pro players, and we now see the high school players emulating that toe drag.
Right.
And Evan Canner, they're doing a beautiful job of that off the Johnny Scott pass.
He was even trying to one-up it. It's only, I believe in high school, it's still only 1 foot down.
He got both.
Yeah, he even got both.
So we are 2:15 as Johnny Scott takes the snap, hands off to Seth Lambert, who once again powers his way for about a 7 or 8 yard pickup.
The Rockets starting to build their confidence here. You can see them starting to.
Absolutely, and getting everything out of Seth Lambert tonight, everything out of this line. Minute 50 left. Johnny Scott takes the snap, and he hands it off this time to Mason Collins, who goes hard.
Yeah, cuts it
Once
upfield
again,
for a nice gain.
A first down. And the clock stops to move the chains at 1:41. And once again, the referee starts that clock up, 1:38 and ticking, as Johnny Scott takes the snap of
Play action pass.
Oh, we have a flag on the play. Looks like it may be an interference on the defense. I won't speculate too much. Once again, a nice play call from the Rockets, that play action fake.
Wondering if it wasn't defenseless player. They're waving it off here.
Picking this up. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. I think everyone thought, even in the stands tonight, thought that was going to be a positive yard gain for the Rockets off the penalty, but not to be. So it will be 2nd and 10 with 1:33 left in the second quarter. Johnny Scott sends a signal to one of his receivers and throws it, and Kelfott catches the ball, breaks 2-3 tackles, all the way up to the end zone, and he scores a touchdown for the Rockets. What a play.
Fantastic
nice call.
drive.
As Kelfott runs a great route, but then an even better run after the catch. I believe I counted 3 tackles he broke there on that play. And the last guy, he just kind of fell forward and drug him with him in the line. Great play.
Credit to the quarterback there. He saw it was one-on-one coverage there and was able to get him out to the outside and used his athletic ability to get in.
Absolutely. Now we have the point after attempt by Michael Weber. It is up and straight through the uprights. The hold by Johnny Scott.
Calling him Mr. Automatic here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he is. He's developed into a very reliable kicker. Kudos to Michael Weber tonight. So positive things happening here. And we talked about this. I mentioned this earlier. What a great thing it would be for the Rockets to pick up a score here at the end of the second quarter, just before halftime, to give them some momentum going in. And so now we're at 21-10 with 1:26 left in the half. 1:26 left in this second quarter. So a great, what I would call, in my limited knowledge of football, a great mixture of play calling from the Rockets, utilizing both sides of the field, utilizing the run, the pass play, the play action, jet sweep. We've seen a little bit of everything from them tonight.
Spreading the ball around, throwing some screen passes.
And they've not abandoned the pass play.
Right.
They've kind of stuck with it, going back to it. And now another onside kick from Michael Weber. And a nice onside kick, but it is recovered by number 88, Christian Carrasco. That is
it's tough as a kicker too. You know, the grass here is a little bit tall, so it's hard to get that bounce. So
absolutely good insight, Brad. So about a 14-yard pickup or kick there, and that means that the ball will be on the 47-yard line for the Senators with 1:22 to play. They've got about 53 yards to go if they want to get to the end zone. And they're going to pass. Tipton drops back, and he is
swallowed up
in the backfield.
Tackle for a loss.
As he tried to scramble and get away, but I believe that was number 56, Connor McWilliams, in on that play. Maybe number 55 as well, Isaac McWilliams. So the McWilliams boys once again in on some tackles tonight. We'd like to mention our sponsors and say a thank you to World Outreach Ministries, our game sponsor tonight, and then our ongoing sponsors for the year, Lockard Insurance, Buckeye Construction and Restoration, SF Restoration, Still Lyle Construction, Strickland Sales, McWilliams Funeral Home, Patio Grubs and Subs, Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce, DDF, Seamless Gutters, Precision One Masonry, Spring Street Sports, Corinne Smith Photography. A big thank you to all of the BMG sponsors. Thank you for sponsoring Wellston High School. Thank you for sponsoring high school sports and these student athletes.
The Rockets trying to ride this wave here, wave of momentum.
And they have it. They have it on both sides of the ball, and a good thing to carry in if they can keep it going to halftime. Snap is taken and handed off to number 2, Mason Parker. He gets downfield for a big pickup for the Senators with 1:03 left, 1 minute and 3 seconds left. That'll bring the ball down to about the 34-yard line.
Clock still ticking here. Spike.
And he will spike the ball.
55 seconds left.
Cole Tipton, the quarterback, quickly snaps and spikes the ball to stop the clock. So, Brad, I would think the Senators here are thinking touchdown.
Yeah.
I think they feel they have the firepower to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if the Rockets can hold on defense here as Tipton takes the snap. He drops back and scrambles a little again.
Under pressure.
And once again under pressure. The Rockets have done a great job of, even though they haven't logged a lot of sacks tonight, they've gotten into the backfield. They've gotten to and putting pressure on that quarterback.
Yeah.
And, man, how that helps your defensive effort.
It does a lot just to get in the quarterback's head, having hearing some footsteps.
A huge play on 3rd and 10 with 49 seconds for the Rocket defense as Tipton takes a snap and he tries to run it. It is a keeper, and he's tripped up, but he stays on his feet, sidesteps, and gets all the way down, close to, and gets a first down.
20-yard line, 38 seconds left.
And that was a good run, a tough run by Tipton. And he's going to spike it again to stop the clock at 35 seconds. So a big part of football, Brad, is being able to use the clock wisely.
Yep, clock management's huge.
And the Senators have shown an ability to do that here, doing the right things to keep their drive alive with 35 seconds. And Tipton will take the snap out of the shotgun. We have number 18 all the way out here to the left. That's Bishop. And they're going to look to him. And he receives that pass in the backfield, but he's immediately met by 3 or 4 Rockets. Finally brought down. Johnny Scott in on that final tackle. And so looks like we're going to have a timeout with 24 seconds left as the Senators there tried to get the ball in the hands of their playmaker and just let him make a play.
Yep.
That did not work out that time. Kudos to the Rocket defense as 3 Rockets there met Bishop. Jeffrey Bishop, great player for the Senators right there as he caught the ball. During this timeout, once again, I want to say a thank you to Corinne Smith Photography. Contact her at 688-740-688-9928 and Lockard Insurance at 740-384-2020. And right back to action as the fans here at C.H. Jones Field come alive on this 3rd and 12 with 24 seconds left. As Tipton takes the snap, he drops back and he looks all the way to the end zone. He lets the pass go. It's to the end zone, intended for Bishop.
And we got a touchdown out of it.
And it is a touchdown. It is a touchdown. Once again to number 18. And
there were some Rockets in the vicinity there that just didn't couldn't make a play on the ball, it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't all alone. There was coverage there, yet somehow the pass was there. And if 18 is around for the Senators, he's going to make a play as the point after is up and good. For the Senators by number 17, Jack Holbrook will bring the score 28-10 with 17 seconds left in the half. Both of these teams they've gotten the most out of these last 3 minutes.
Right.
I think the Rockets managed the clock well when they had the ball in their drive, and as we've already said, kudos to the Senators for their clock management as well, keeping that drive alive.
I'm sure that last play will be a little bit of a teaching moment with the coaches. You know, in that situation, you probably would go ahead and wouldn't be unwise to get a pass interference call just to prevent the touchdown.
Yep.
In high school ball, you know, that doesn't result in automatic half distance to the goal from where they were. But
so we're going to have a kickoff again here by Jack Holbrook with 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. Senators 28, Rockets 10. As Holbrook kicks, a squib kick on the ground, rolls, and it's fallen on by the Rockets number 56. That's Connor McWilliams. Wisely just falls on the ball with 13 seconds left. One thing here, and I hear the frustration of the Rocket fans on that last drive. We had so many holding calls the first quarter. Every time it seemed there was a pass play for positive yards, for both sides there was a holding call, and we haven't seen that call for a while, and it seems as if a lot of people, at least this side of the field, feel like there was a holding call. I didn't see what happened there, but the holding call, certainly I can say, has went away.
Yeah.
It was a holding right and left, holding here, holding there, and it just seems to have disappeared here. So Scott will bobble the snap, a low snap, but he'll spin around and pick up a couple yards as the clock runs 7 seconds, 5 seconds. I think the Rockets are going to be content here to let the clock run out. And the half will end with the score, Portsmouth West 28, Wellston Rockets 10. At this time we're going to go to a commercial, and we'll be back for a few comments in just a moment. Once again, we want to thank all of you for joining us tonight here at BMG Media at C.H. Jones Field, a beautiful night for football. And we see two teams that, both teams, I would say, Brad, came ready to play tonight.
absolutely, yeah, both are putting in a lot of effort and seeing a lot of yards after the catch and yards after contact. And the coaching has been really great on both sides. You know, they're mixing up play calls, different coverages, different formations. So it's really a good game to watch for sure.
Absolutely, and of course our first chance to see Portsmouth West live this year. Watched just a few things on film today as we prepared for the game. Seeing them live really highlights some of the athleticism they have, and I think everybody felt as we watched the Senators, knew their record, knew how well they played against Fairland, that the Rockets really had an uphill climb tonight. But I would say they've been up to the challenge. The coaches have been doing a good job play calling, a good mixture, as you said, Brad, mixing. But but those student athletes have done a great job of executing those plays as well. And one big kudos to the Wellston line. Right now we're going to pan back out. It's going to be the bands tonight. And as they play, we will join you here in just a few minutes when play is ready to continue.
Travel to Egypt, explore the sand dunes while discovering the Great Pyramids and ancient columns. Tonight's featured soloists are Aaron Prophet on flute, Kirsten Fannin clarinet, Wyatt McGee baritone, Elizabeth Pugh trumpet. The band is directed by Miss Katie King, assistant director Miss Catherine McCall Smith, color guard instructor Dr. Brian Bethel, percussion instructor Danny Cox, and the band booster president Jackie Hildebrand.
The next thing Wellston really
scores around the area. Currently Jackson 35, Western Brown 21, Benton County 32, Navy 0. Once again, just a reminder, please visit the Wellston Band Boosters concession stand on the south end of the field, or the Wellston Golden Rocket Athletic Boosters stand on the north end of the field on the home side. Just a reminder, one more time, next week's game, the Wellston Golden Rockets will face the Alexander Spartans, but that game will be played at Nelsonville York High School due to construction at Alexander.
Oh, now she's probably. I said, well, you don't need to work that. That's her 175 on the face. I said, don't let her get on the hill one. I said, I get all four down. I bought that purpose, anything else, I was about 120 now. I said, I just come out of West Portsmouth, seeing how they're working, fighting every day. I said, guess what? I want to get around the road. I said, I'm going to take my all done, I'll start, and I can say, look people 1 week, you were hard. I said, I guarantee I said, either one, I said, well, I don't know about it. And I was like, you want to go to this? I want to go back with that. They'll call me and say, you were kind of and they're all, they're two brothers in the sun. They're all sitting there. Brad's only comes through except the Jackson. And I'm fighting it. I was just around. I left him at Asheville. I went to Asheville. Good at what he does. Behind him. He would have made. He's got worked up in that. I mean, he knows for that. I don't ever fight. Moving dirt was and he makes the company money. You know what I mean? He does. He makes that company money. Why would he come to
All right, the players are running back out on the field. We're getting ready to start this second half between Wellston Rockets as they host the Portsmouth West Senators. Right now, a couple minutes before we start action, but it's 28-10. The Senators in the lead. Brad, we've had a good night of football, solid football from both teams, and Wellston is competing tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Really, I think mistakes plagued both teams early on, but they started to clean things up there towards the end of the half, and it really showed. They were going neck and neck in almost every possession there. So,
once again, we'd like to say a big shout-out to Bub Norris and the family tonight. Bub couldn't be here, therefore we're filling in. Bub and Jared and the whole family as Bub's mother and Bill as well. We want to send a shout-out to those guys who are so faithful here at BMG Media, as their mother is in need of prayer, and we're just praying for her to be touched and And we just believing for her to just be comforted and healed in this time. And we hope to see her back, maybe back home, back in church, and doing all the things she enjoys. But we are praying for her. We're praying for your whole family. So shout out to you guys. God bless you. We miss you tonight, and I'm sure the people at home really miss you because they're stuck with us for tonight. But we're having fun. We're having a great time, and we're glad that you all are with us tonight. And we want you to stick with us till the end of the game. And it's shaping up to be a game that if Wellston keeps going, if they just stay close, I think that it could be a competitive game down the stretch. Well, as the clock winds down here, just a couple seconds left as the teams stretch out. I was noticing tonight that I didn't see a Portsmouth West band tonight, but I did hear the Wellston Golden Rockets marching band, and they did a fantastic job tonight. Enjoyed hearing them play, and they're good. They're always good and solid, but it seems like they're getting better, and so I know they're competing. So we wish all the best to the Wellston Golden Rockets marching band. Cheerleaders out tonight, cheering on both sides, doing a good job. We appreciate the fans that are here tonight, and they have been into this game. Sometimes cheering and sometimes yelling, but they've been into the game.
Being engaged is really key on these difficult home games, so kudos to the crowd for supporting the team. Even with the festivities in town, we still have a good crowd here, which is great. So.
Absolutely. With the Ohilco Days going on tonight, and we still the crowd isn't really down that much tonight, and the ones that are here, I'm telling you, the fans that are here have really been engaged and been cheering and into the game. So I know these Rockets, as they're playing this game, and these coaches appreciate that. And for this second half, we need the fans. We need the plays to go our way. We need to execute. We need to avoid the penalties, Brad.
Yeah, a lot of holding calls, but that goes to show that both teams are athletic in some ways, and both linemen squads really struggled to move their feet in the beginning, but it seemed like they cleaned things up. So excited to see how it pans out here in the second half.
And that'll be started here in about, they reset the clock to give these players a few more minutes to warm up. They set it back a few minutes, I think. About a minute and 7 seconds left on that warm-up clock. Apparently, and I don't know for sure, but because there was only one band played tonight, a little shorter halftime maybe than usual. So a little extra time to warm up for these players to get ready to play this second half. Brad, you being a doctor, yes, you could clue us all in on how important it is, as also being a player,
right?
How important it is for these young men not just to go from sitting around a halftime to just going out and playing.
Yeah, it's really important to get some blood in the muscles again and get things warmed up, and not just stretching, but actually moving around, getting the blood pumping again.
Yeah, it's more than I want to go out there and warm up so I can just do a little better. It's actually to prevent injuries, and
right.
And it's for the best of these players. So thank you, refs, for giving these young men a few extra minutes to warm up. And now we're back, and third quarter kickoff is underway, and once again, a semi-onside, semi-squib kick, not sure exactly, picked up by number 15, Bo Roten there for the Portsmouth West Senators. As the ball bounced, and definitely, if nothing else, it's keeping it out of the hands of those big playmakers that are back there for Portsmouth West.
Really electric skill players back there returning kicks. So good coaching strategy there.
Here we are again with Tipton, the quarterback. Number 13 takes a snap, and that runner, number 7, is met at the line, Hayden Lohr. And I think his forward progress allowed him to get back to the line of scrimmage, but the Rockets actually ended up, after his progress, knocked him back another 2 or 3 yards. So that line, once again, doing a good job. Hunter Collins out there, number 54, defensive end. Tipton hands it off right at the middle again and stopped. We've got number 56. That's Connor McWilliams. We've got number 78. It's Gage Goheen. Great 2 stops by the Rockets. And now it's 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 for the Senators, ball on the 44-yard line. And there's going to be a stop of the clock and a timeout. Timeout by the Rockets. Nope, West, excuse me. Timeout, Portsmouth West. So, early timeout here. We'd like to say thank you to Corinne Smith Photography for allowing us to use her photos for our player of the game. Mention seeing this ad to her, and she will include a complimentary 8x10 photo if you book with her. Contact Corinne today at 740-688-9928 to schedule a session. And true fans know that success in football is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty, and those same qualities are important to the Lockhart Insurance Agency. They care about what's important to you, helping you select your right insurance needs. We're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm, business, you want Ohio Mutual on your team, call 740-384-2020 to get the Lockhart Insurance Agency. Play resumes, and it is a handoff to number 18 again. That's Jeffrey Bishop. And Bishop breaks through and uses his speed and strength to gain a 1st down for the Senators.
Scott was in on the stop there, I believe.
Johnny Scott playing both sides of the ball. That's a quarterback, and he's been in on a couple big tackles tonight as well.
It's part of the challenges of playing with a smaller school. You have to play both sides of the ball. Sometimes,
Yes.
all 3 phases of the game you have to play.
Absolutely. And I've heard this. Maybe you can confirm or deny this as a college football player, experienced football player. Football is a numbers game, they say, which means you have to have a lot of kids come out and play.
Yep.
That helps.
It definitely helps. Keeping fresh legs on the field helps you keep your speed up and keep the effort up.
And Coach Graham and his staff, I think, have done a good job of recruiting a lot more players this year. We see the numbers growing. Number 2, Mason Parker, takes the handoff, and he is stopped after a minimal gain. That's going to...
Number 54, Hunter Collins there on the stop, I believe.
Number 68 comes off of the field. Brendan Hall gets some instruction from the coach. This play will resume from the 33-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. As number 7, Hayden Lohr. I miscalled that last play. It looked to me like it was an optical illusion from the angle I'm looking at, but I thought he was short. But my apologies. That was a 1st down. So this will bring up 2nd down for the Senators. 2nd down and 4.
Johnny Scott was in on the stop on the last play again.
Portsmouth West on the march here as they're once again just slowly taking big bites of the field. As Tipton hands off again to Parker, number 2. He breaks free through the middle, right up the middle and into the end zone. Mason Parker there with a touchdown the Senators. It's like it's almost as if the Senators they hit you with a big 8 or 10 yard play, a big 8 or 10 yard play, another big 8 or 10 yard play, and then they blow it open and 30, 40 yard play, and it's usually a big play for a score. Holbrook will try the extra point, and it's up, and it's good. And so that will bring the score 35-10. Portsmouth West Senators in the lead over the Rockets with 8:38 to play in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Senators really showcasing the run game there. Very difficult to manage a team that has that physicality and then having a skill player to back it all up.
They do, a couple skilled players. Mason Parker that just scored that touchdown was one of the impact players you pointed out before the game ever started tonight. Just kind of based on some things that you had seen, studying stats and so forth. I remember you bringing that name up, Mason Parker. So we sort of knew that. And then Bishop has come here tonight and just absolutely every time he touches the ball, it seems like it's almost for a score.
Right.
He's a threat every time he's touched the ball tonight. So the Rockets are going to have to find a way, and this is easier said than done when you have multiple weapons like West has, because you focus on one player, we give it to another player. You focus on the ground, we throw it in the air. And so they have these multiple weapons, making it difficult for the Rockets. But up until this point, they've battled. As the kickoff comes to Kel Fott, he feels the ball about between the 5 and 10. He breaks a couple tackles, and a nice return there for Fott up to the 35-yard line. Kel Fott.
Just a couple steps from breaking that one, I believe. So.
You know, Kel Fott reminds me a little bit of Bishop on the other team, a player with some height, a lot of athleticism and speed and strength. And, man, that is dangerous in the game of football.
It is. And having the awareness, you know, that football IQ is really difficult. You can't really account for that on the opposite side of the ball.
And Wellston, I think that snap was a little low, and they bobbled the ball, and Wellston, although they fumbled, they fell right back on it. Seth Lambert was right there, and Johnny Scott. I think they both fell on that. Once again, the Wellston line has done a fantastic job tonight up into this third quarter. And it's a tall task they had with a physical and athletic line and the whole team on this Portsmouth West side, but they've done a fantastic job protecting their quarterback tonight and opening up holes for the runners. Now Scott will take a snap, try to find a receiver, but is immediately met by number 65. And that is Cade Woods. And also, like a couple other players in on that, number 2, Mason Parker. That's the young man that just scored a touchdown for the Senators.
That's kind of an example there of when a play starts to break down and you have more than that 3 seconds from snap to, you know, the quarterback just runs out of time, runs out of real estate to work with there. And
yeah, I think the Rockets, a lot of their passing success tonight has come from like timed routes.
Yeah.
Just snap, 1, 2, throw the ball.
Yep.
And we're not yet this quarter, we've not had that opportunity with them getting to our quarterback.
I think the Rockets are going to have to work with play action passes, pop passes, things that are quick and to the point.
Well, we would once again like to say thank you to Corinne Smith Photography. Call her at 740-688-9928. She allows us to use the photos for Player of the Game, and you mention this ad and you will get a complimentary 8x10 photo if you book with her. 688-9928. Also, it's Lockard Insurance that cares about what's important to you. That's why They believe in helping you select the right insurance for your needs. They said, we're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. If you want to protect your auto, home, farm, business, and you want Ohio Mutual on your team, give Lockhart Insurance a call at 740-384-2020. That's 384-2020. They said that they would love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual. Thank you once again to all of our sponsors. Here are the Rockets on 3rd and 23. 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Take the snap, and Johnny Scott drops back and off a 1-foot throws down the field. It's over the head of Bennett Yardnachek. I couldn't tell, but it looked like maybe Yardnachek there looked like he cut the route a little shorter than what Scott thought maybe he was going to run.
Yeah, I think he may have thought the play was over and looked back and took him off his projected route, because I think that was supposed to just be a fade.
It wasn't. You know, honestly, it was quite a pass off of his back foot.
Some good arm strength there.
Falling sideways. 4th and 23 for the Rockets. 6:48 left to play here in the third quarter. We have a punt coming up. We have
a little confusion with the personnel here.
Evan Canner takes the snap and has to avoid a tackle and gets away and gets off a nice punt. And it goes down. Goes all the way down to the 40, what is that, 42 yard line.
30.
Great punt.
37. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to say Evan Canner got the chance to punt again, and he redeemed himself for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wasn't happy with himself on that last punt. That was uncharacteristic. He does a great job punting the ball and keeping the Rockets in good field position.
Yeah, believe it or not, I was actually a punter back in high school, and it's definitely a high-pressure position. You know, you only get on the field a few times, and inevitably something goes awry at least once during the game.
Yeah, and that one there, he avoided that tackle, which was, I thought he was going to take off running, but got that punt off.
Good effort.
Tipton takes a snap for the Senators, and he is immediately taken down by number 51 on the Rockets, and that's Hunter Brown. Boy, Hunter Brown last week made some great defensive plays for the Rockets down in Minford. And once again tonight, showing his ability. Uses that size. Big, strong kid, and that time showed what he can do. And that's, I think, a lot of the success of the Rockets in the first half that they had was putting pressure on their quarterback. Here we have a handoff and a run right up the middle again. And this is Mason Parker. He goes all the way to the goal line and into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Portsmouth West Senators. And for Mason Parker.
75-yard run, I believe.
It was a
65-yard.
Nothing fancy, not a trick play, just a handoff, some good solid blocking, and a fast kid.
Yeah.
So
living up to his impact player status, that's for sure.
And with the kick, the extra point is good. We'll bring the score 42-10, and that's the Senators on top with 5:43 to play in the third quarter. This time we're going to go to a commercial break. We'll meet you back here at C.H. Jones Field in just a moment. once again, we welcome you back, where the score is 42-10. Portsmouth West Senators on top of the Wellston Golden Rockets. We have 5:43 left to play in the third quarter. This is Rob Irvin standing in tonight for Bub Norris.
I'm Brad Sevey.
And Brad, so glad to have him with me tonight. Brad is a football player, played college football, West Virginia Tech, and had great schools, D1 schools recruiting him and so forth. So glad to have Brad here. And Brad, as we see Kel Fott take another kickoff and tries to make something happen, he's taken down after the very short game. But I wanted to say this about Brad, a big supporter of Wellston High School athletics. And I can say that he's been to many of our games and supported our kids. And I want to just say a big thank you to Brad Sevey for being here again tonight. Big supporter of the Rockets, and we're glad to have him along.
Wellston really brings me back to my high school days. I went to a smaller high school, and just seeing the small town and everyone supporting the kids, it's really great to see that not all schools have gone to these very large, kind of unpersonal type of things, you know?
Absolutely. So Wellston will take the ball here, 1st and 10. Long way to go, but they have Seth Lambert have positive yardage there, a great run play. I think Seth Lambert has just done a fantastic job tonight. Seems like every time he gets the ball, he hits the hole, and his feet are just moving fast as they can. He don't give up. Great job. Another great run by Seth.
Yeah, he's been, a half step from breaking really long runs multiple times this game.
Looks like a design run play for the quarterback. Faked the handoff, kept it. Didn't appear. Yeah, the whole group, as the old football saying is, a host of the Senators there. Wellston's going to start hurrying up again here. Their offense, and I believe that was a design play. I don't think sometimes it looked like a fake handoff. Did not look like an option read for him.
Yeah.
Once again, running over the right side.
There's one of those fast passes there.
Fast pass there to Fott for a short pickup. Give the Rockets some positive yardage. They have a 2nd down and 5 coming up. We have 3:03 to play in this third quarter.
You mentioned the option. That's something that I would like to see them run, some veer. Or
Scott fakes. A little hitch and go there with Yardnicek. But the pass was 8-10 yards, looked like beyond his reach there. So an incomplete pass for the Rockets brings up 3rd down and 6 with 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Once again, myself and Brad would like to again say to the Norris family, our prayers are with you tonight, as Bub and Bill Norris, both with their mother, Jared Norris, I think, who appears on BMG Media at least from time to time. His grandmother tonight, our prayers with her. Now we have Rockets keeping it on the ground to Lambert, and he's tackled in the backfield. Bring up a 4th down and 6 or 7 for the Rockets. Clock is ticking. About 1:40 left as the punt team comes on for the Rockets. And the Senators are going to put Jeffrey Bishop in the backfield to receive this punt, field the punt, and another nice punt. It's going to take a Wellston Rocket bounce. It'll bounce a few more yards, come to a stop before Kel Fott touches it there, and drives the Senators back. Another nice punt by Evan Cantor there. Good job.
So key to flip the field in a situation like that. So great job by the punt team.
Well, as the clock runs down, it's still running here with 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Rockets down 42-10 at this point in the game, just about ready to win the fourth quarter. What do you think? What do you think their mentality should be? What would the coaches be saying to them going into this fourth quarter?
You know, it's one of those things you have to know the kids. So, you know, you can go full steam ahead, or you could play it more conservative and say we're going to play it by the quarter and say we're not going to lose this next quarter. You know, there's teaching moments and everything, so it's really how the kids are responding. Coaching's a dynamic thing, so, you know, I'd like to see them just continue to put all their effort in and not quit on this, because it's a much closer game than what the score would tell. You know?
Absolutely. During this timeout, quarter change, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors, starting with World Outreach Ministries. And they're the game sponsor tonight. And I should say we are the game sponsor tonight. That's the church I pastor. And I can't say too much good because I'm partial, but I can't say too much bad because you all might fire me. But no, seriously, great people, World Outreach Ministries, and sponsors for the game tonight. Also, BMG sponsors, we want to thank Lockard Insurance, Buckeye Construction and Restoration, SF Restoration, Steel Lyle Construction, Strickland Sales, McWilliams Funeral Home, the Patio Grubs and Suds, Oak Hill Chamber of Commerce, DDF Seamless Gutters, Precision One Masonry, Spring Street Sports, and Corinne Smith Photography. Thank you to all of you BMG sponsors for making these broadcasts happen and supporting our student athletes here at Wellston High School. Now the Senators, on a first down, beginning of this fourth quarter, will bring in some new players, and we have number 27 at the quarterback. That is Carter Kaiser. He hands off to number 22, and that is a member of the Senators I do not have a name for. So that name is not included in our roster. I truly apologize for that.
Regardless, he had a nice game. So
he certainly did. Quick.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if these are underclassmen or. But handoff comes that time to number 15, Bo Roten. So these players coming in the game for Portsmouth West, maybe some kids. This is all speculation. May even be some JV players out there playing tonight under the bright varsity lights, and that's always a big moment for some of these younger kids that don't get a lot of varsity minutes.
It looks like they took Johnny Scott out of the game. Try to get him some rest or
absolutely
prevent some injury maybe.
Absolutely. So we have a Rocket stop there to bring up fourth down here in the fourth quarter. Rockets are down 42-10. Have not scored yet this quarter, and I think going back to what you said a few moments ago about the coachable moments and the learning moments for these student athletes, you want to see that resilience. You want to see them stick with it, make some positive things happen, because they haven't scored yet this half.
Yeah.
So maybe right here we can see that. Kel Fott fields that punt, and he fumbles the ball. He fumbles the ball.
Yeah.
And he was hit there. He had a lot of speed. Looked like someone grabbed his arm.
Yeah.
And the ball went flying out. But
that's what they were doing what they're trained to do. You know, put the helmet on the ball and try to knock it loose. And
absolutely. It looks like Kel Fott got that back. Rockets retained possession, but Johnny Scott did come out. Did not play defense. It looks like he is going back on offense. and the Rockets going to get some positive things to happen.
Yeah.
Once again, you never look past a game. You never look past a team. You never, no matter how the competition level is low or the competition level is high, you never look past a team, and you never look past a quarter.
Yeah.
So it's a thing for the Rockets that league play is coming up next, and so league play for the Rockets could mean some wins, and I think the Rockets, although they haven't looked beyond this game tonight, and they came to play, and they played a great first half right in the game up until the beginning of that third quarter when Portsmouth West came out and made a run for it. I think they've showed the ability here tonight to have some diversity on offense, to make some things happen in the passing game. And I think that's going to come in handy in the Tri-Valley Conference games that start next week. So I think the Rockets will be excited. They have some great things to build on.
Absolutely. You know, it's always a challenge, especially at the high school level when you have new coaching staff and some new kids on the team, and it definitely gives you a lot of coachable moments, but they've already had some success this year, which is great.
And right there we have Michael Weber carrying the ball, and a young man that's made some beautiful field goal and PAT tonight. It is also every once in a while carries the ball. Had a good carry there. Didn't gain a lot of yardage or got back to the line of scrimmage, but he does have that ability to run the ball. A sweep by Kel Fott. He just gets a couple yards off of that. We have third down coming up for the Rockets. 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. And in just a few moments, we'll be discussing the player of the game for this game tonight. I'll be letting you know shortly who that is. Well, as the Rockets try to make something happen, they have a third and long here. And we'll see if they utilize some of that air power that they had in the first half to gain these 7 yards. Scott is in the shotgun, goes back a couple steps, and he airs it out. Long pass play.
Contact downfield there.
Goes through the receiver's hands, but there certainly was some contact. That was Kel Fott, was the intended receiver. And the referee deems that not worthy of a flag, whatever happened there. So that'll bring up 4th down and 7. And we're going to keep the offense on the field, it looks like here, with just under 7 minutes to go on 4th down and 7. And Rockets doing exactly what you said here, Brad, earlier, and that is to learn from these moments, make some positive things happen. Now we're going to have a timeout, and the Rockets are going to talk this over, decide, I guess, exactly what they do want to do.
And the coaching staff's doing a great job of not being quiet towards the end here. They're still coaching the kids and treating it like they're going to win. So kudos to the coaching staff for continuing to coach these kids up.
Absolutely. A lot of positive things happening here tonight. And you just take that first half. Just look at the first half. And wow, what great success that we had there. And it's going to be nice to see if the Rockets over the next several weeks can put together like a quarter with Minford, 2 quarters here tonight, to see them start putting together 4 quarters and to see what happens with these games coming up. Could have a lot of success in the future with what we've seen, some of the things we've seen here tonight in the first half especially. But certainly facing tonight what I would consider, many would consider, one of the top teams in our area, Portsmouth West Senators. And all the credit to them. As an interception is thrown, Johnny Scott throws it. Number 15, Bo Roten picks it off, and he runs it all the way back to just short of the goal line. That was Bo Roten there, number 15 for the Senators that stepped in and intercepted that pass, and almost a pick six there. I think that may have been Michael Weber that chased him down and saved the touchdown. So it's going to be 1st and goal on the 1 yard line. There's 5 minutes and 43 seconds left to play. We're here in the 4th quarter.
Shout out to Bryce Lambert, number 60, for not giving up on that play. He was trying to run him down just with the best of them there, so kudos to him.
And we have a little bit of something going on there with the Senators lining up to kick the ball. So we're going to see, there's a timeout here, and we're going to see what the Senators do here. I'm not sure, Brad, why they were lining up to kick the ball, 1st and goal.
Yeah, I think
over 5 minutes left. So unless they thought it was a touchdown, maybe they were.
Yeah, I think there was a little confusion there.
So that'll all be sorted out. Let me say, once again, thank you to Corinne Smith Photography for allowing us to use her photos for a player of the game. Mention seeing this ad to her, and she will include a complimentary 8x10 photo if you book with her. Contact Corinne today at 740-688-9928 to schedule a session. And true fans know that success in football is all about tradition, dedication, and loyalty. These are the same qualities important to Lockard Insurance Agency. They're standing ready to help you with all of your insurance needs. They said, we're proud to support companies like Ohio Mutual Insurance Group. And if you want to protect your auto, home, farm, business, or you want Ohio Mutual on your team, to give them a call at 740-384-2020. We'd love to help evaluate your insurance needs and recommend the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual. That's from Lockard Insurance Agency. We're back to action here.
Rockets making a good stop there.
And the Senators come out and they run the ball, and certainly the Rockets do make a good stop there. Okay. So the Senators come up here on 2nd down, as the Rockets once again try to make pretty much a goal line stand.
Making a great effort here. 3rd down.
They certainly are.
But as far as player of the game for Wellston, I wonder who would you say deserves that title? There's been quite a few standouts here. So
there have, and it's tough to do on a night like this when there's just not one person. For me, I'm looking at Seth Lambert tonight, who did so much on the ground and worked so hard for the Rockets in that running game. A case could be made for the Wellston line in that first half as well.
They did a great job.
The running backs many times get the accolades, and the line gets overlooked a lot of times because of the spectacular play. But to me, I still look at Seth Lambert as possibly that player, just for all the work that he put in that first half and all the runs he had. But what's your thoughts?
I hate to be cliche here, but maybe the quarterback, Johnny Scott, he was really standing out to me, made some great play calls, a few audibles there.
Yes. I always
say, like a goal line stand there.
It was.
Yeah.
Nice job by the Rockets defense. A case can be made usually about every game for Kel Fott. There's several that we could name.
We're definitely not forgetting him.
Did they score?
Oh, did they?
Okay, yes.
Oh.
Board up on the board, 48. That's it.
Yeah.
We just we got all caught up in player of the game, and thought the Rockets had, and we have a flag here, we thought the Rockets had held them, but they
The crowd
did
reaction kind of threw us off.
Absolutely. So, getting back to player of the game, I definitely concede my position. I know that Seth Lambert is a great candidate for that. However, your quarterback, I concede, would probably be your player of the game. So we worked it out, hashed it out right here for you all tonight, and we'll name Johnny Scott. Johnny Scott for Wellston, that player of the game. Great job by the quarterback tonight. Completed several passes.
But I will definitely say, I would almost say it's a tie there with Seth Lambert. He did such a great job.
It is tough.
Really putting forth a lot of effort. Every hit he took, he rarely went down on the first point of contact.
And both of those guys juniors.
Wow.
Both of those guys juniors will be back next year. So is Kel Fott. So, and the Collins boys, both are underclassmen as well.
Looks like
Mason Collins.
Few of the linemen there. Gage Goheen, Landon Hypes. Quite a few.
So 140 left here in the game, and it is the Senators in the lead, 48-10, and the Rockets now going to take this learning experience, and that's what it has to be. You have to walk away and learn something from this and get better from this. And they showed a lot of good, positive things tonight. Showed a lot of versatility we haven't seen up to this point. And one more time, I'll say it one more time, and I'll quit talking about it. But as they go into conference play next week, I think Rocket fans should get really excited about some of the things we saw here tonight, because we saw the Rockets really sort of open it up tonight and do some things we haven't seen them do yet this year.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they continue to build on some of these things.
Absolutely. And so the score 49-10. That counting that extra point kick that the West just made there, the West kicker. West kicker's done a great job, Jack Holbrook, tonight. Very consistent. Both kickers for both teams, Michael Weber. Here we go with this kickoff, and he kicks it away down the field. He'll roll back into the end zone. Flag down.
I will say I almost forgot about Wellston's kicker. So he would be in the running for player of the game as well. So
yeah, that's true.
That's something that's very hard to come across in smaller high school football.
Absolutely. And the kicker is a guy that carries the weight of a lot of times, especially in a close game. If he misses, the loss is his fault, but if he makes it, the win is all. As it was all him.
That's certainly the way it feels.
All the pressure of the game on the kicker, it seems.
Yep. Carry a lot of pressure, but there's a lot of other plays in the game.
So I think all around we could say that a good team effort by the Rockets here tonight on what they did. And I know the score doesn't reflect all the good things that they did in the first half, especially as we have a fumble in the play. So the Rockets have also brought in some younger players to finish this game out. The clock rolling, just a few seconds left. That's number 6, Jarrett Meacham, at quarterback.
About 27 there. Ethan Case.
Number 27, Ethan Case on that. And that will end the game. And that'll do it here at C.H. Jones Field. Portsmouth West Senators 49, the Wellston Rockets 10.
Wellston going on the road next week at Alexander, and the Senators going on the road at Waverly.
All right, some good things that certainly Wellston can take away, and we look forward to those upcoming games. We want to say one more time tonight for BMG Media and everyone here, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining Brad Sevy. Thank you for joining me, Rob Irvin, in here for Bub and Bill Norris and Jared Norris. Prayers once again to their family as their mother is in the hospital tonight. We want to say a big thank you. Join us as we go into league play. We'll look for you again on BMG Media. God bless and good night.
Good night.